I, Mordechai Zev Hecht,
having been appointed a captain in the United States Air Force,
having been appointed a captain in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly affirm
that
I will support and defend
the
Constitution of the United States
Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
and
allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And I will well and faithfully discharge
the
duties of the office of which I am about to enter. So help me God.
Thank you.
So it is an exciting event to bring on board, as I say, another Jewish chaplain. I've seen a lot of them. I've done this, but this is like I said, the Shalom Teva Tachas Teva. Sitting in his office, he called the Defense Secretary, James Schlesinger, and they wanted to give him the deputy. He said, no, I need him. He asked me if I had time. I had plenty of time. And he got him on the phone. He said, look, I have an issue. He was probably thinking he was talking about missiles. I don't know what he thought. He says, I have a constituent, a rabbi. He's got an issue with Department of Defense with a beard. And I think he has a justified reason, and I don't see why we cannot grant it. But if you don't want to grant it, I'll hold hearings. Imagine they're about to go to hold hearings for Yaakov Goldstein's beard. Bottom line was, I got a letter after that, about a month later on, from the Chief of Staff of the Army. His name is Bernard Rogers. Very, very respected, but very, very well-known general. And he wrote in it, echoing the words of Rabbi Hecht. Rabbi Jacob J. Hecht wrote a letter on my behalf, plus one other person, to the Defense Department. And it ended up on his desk. And he wrote to him, and quoted in his letter authorizing my wearing a beard is, Rabbi Hecht had written that the Rabbi Chassidim don't cut their beards, they do it for religious reasons, and blah, blah, blah. And he used Rabbi Hecht's words, that as long as I, Yaakov Goldstein, remained a Lubavitcher Chassid, I can keep my beard. Pretty good. Imagine, a lot of things were flying around those years. I have that letter from General Rogers hanging in my office. I attribute the letter that I got from Rabbi Jacob J. Hecht that triggered his thoughts. So this is called Mishalom Teva Tachas Teva. I got it from your grandfather, and guess what? Here I am in uniform. And I was told I wasn't going to last very long in the Army because I had a beard. I did 38 years. I am, as of today, the longest serving Jewish chaplain in the U.S. military.
History?
In its history, yeah. I'm very proud of that.
I'm very grateful to Hashem to bring me to this wonderful day. One of the primary reasons that I chose to join the Air Force is in honor of my mother's father, Rav Shner Chaim HaKohen Gutnick, the Chief Rabbi of Australia, was also a service member during World War II who fought against the Nazis, and eventually became the Chief Chaplain of the Australian Army for 4 or 5 decades. So I dedicate this service to my grandfather. Also grateful to my grandparents, my great-grandparents, and great-great-grandparents who came to America in early 1885. And this is what creates perhaps a proud American. And it's something I wanted to do for many years. And I'm very grateful that we're able to do this today. Everything that happens in the world we know is divine providence. And today is no difference. First of all, today is the 18th day of January. We know that 18, of course, is Chai, which is life. Tonight is also the 17th day of Shavat. 17 is Toiv. So this is good. It's the 3rd day of the week, which is Yom Shehuchel Boiki Toiv, which is a double good. So there's a lot of divine providence here. Last week, the Torah tells us about Tzvos Hashem. This week, we speak about Anshe Choyel. Tomorrow's Chumash will talk about The pasuk which says Ove Eschem al Kanfei Neshorim, about the Jewish people being carried on the wings of eagles, and Rashi says this was the clouds that protected the Jewish people on the way out of Mitzrayim. Just like an eagle, which is the highest flying bird, can only be knocked down by an arrow, Rashi says, so too the Nane Kovet protected the Jews from the front and from the back. And Kanfei Neshorim, our sages teach us also that when Mashiach will come, we'll fly on eagles, and everyone always wondered, what does it mean we'll fly on eagles? But with modern technology, we understand this could mean, of course, planes. So it's not by accident also that we're doing this in this week's Torah portion. Everything that happens in the world is by divine providence. I've been blessed to be a shliach for almost 20 years now, Baruch Hashem, in Queens, New York, and in other places around the United States. And I hope and I pray that Hashem will help us to be successful in this arena. It's a new arena for me. And we should be able to bring the Rebbe's work, both of reaching out to Jews and servicing the Jewish people in the armed forces, but also non-Jews through the Sheva Mitzvahs B'nai Noach. My motto at Chabad has always been, because I serve a very American crowd, proud American and proud Jew. It's not a contradiction, and the Rebbe taught us this. And finally, as we know, as the Aleph has shared with us numerous times, early documents from Merkez, that the Rebbe's mandate was not only to, of course, help people here in America and around the world, but also the military of the United States Armed Forces. So this is in the Rebbe's mandate, in Merkez's mandate, to help those people. And so I am proud to be able to be a part of this henceforth, and to be proud and I'm additionally proud to be part of a wonderful team of many Jewish military men and women, and many Jewish chaplains, many Chabad chaplains, through Aleph, which has helped me tremendously. Rabbi Astrin, who's guided me all these years, Rabbi Goldstein, who'll be here in just a moment. And it's a really momentous occasion. There's also some other people on the other side of the mic here. My father, may he live till 120. My uncle, may he live till 120 in good health. And on this Zoom, other family members, including my daughter Liba, and some of my good friends. So I thank you all for joining us. We're just going to get started in just a moment. And again, Hashem should bless you, should be successful in everything that you do, now and always.